Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. We're going through the Gathas of Zoroaster. Zoroastrianism, the original monotheistic religion, the original writings of the original prophet. Now, I always like to say this once in a while. This is a Western version. It's not a word-for-word translation. I'm getting at the spirit of the words. And my friends, these words are absolutely life-changing. Matter of fact, we're going to be talking today about real prayer, a prayer that's answered every time. Can you even imagine a prayer that is answered every time? And I'm going to show you that most people, when they pray, they're actually cursing themselves and the people they're praying for because they don't truly believe it. And what happens when you keep doing something that doesn't work, you get a belief this ain't going to work. When you've been praying since you were a kid, watching your parents and grandparents pray, and it doesn't really work, sometimes there's just the odds of, hey, that worked out, but not even good odds. You get a belief. And so then when you're praying for someone, you're thinking, man, this poor guy's not going to make it, but at least he'll have heaven to look forward to, right? But you're actually cursing them that way. You're believing that the worst outcome is really coming. Why is that, my friends? Because you never ever receive what you want. You experience what you're aligned with. So this is the difference from praying or hoping life changes versus realizing that you are the point of change. There's an actual law involved in this. It's the law of being. The only prayer, get this, if you get nothing else, the only prayer that will ever be answered is the prayer you become, because it's about resonance. You have to become the spirit of wealth, right? For it to be in resonance for it. You have to become the spirit of health. You have to become the spirit of good. You have to become the spirit of love. You have to become the spirit of God. My friends, that's what spirituality is all about. It's union, man and God, one, heart and mind, one. It's the union. What are you truly in union with? My friends, most people are in union. Well, we're going to get into that, aren't we? This is a powerful one. So we're in Song 3 of the Gathas of Zoroaster. Let me just break down the first 6 verses and get right to the meat of the subject. First 6 verses are, you have a choice, right? If you want to call God the highest principle of good, one of the world religion gods that can get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, can love you or hate you, can heal you or send disease on you, you have that choice. But the good news is the original religion, God was just good. He was the love without the hate, the peace without the war. You could never be separated from him. You can't even disappoint him. He's so proud of you that you chose to come into a body, into time and space, form and matter, and bring that divine spark and make this place better with the truth that is inside of you. Make it better for the generations to come. Even the animals and earth, it said, is crying out for a better world. God, where are you? Here I am. Right? We bring that divine spark with us, and we have a choice. Well, my friend, so you can say you love God, you believe, but what do you truly believe at a heart level? Not just what you're speaking or repeating. What do you know inside of you? And when I say know, it's what have you become? Right? What are you vibrating at? What are you in resonance for? What are you truly calling in? That's why we see so much magic and miracles here at the Order of the Magi, my friends, because, well, let me read it to you. From verse 7, the Magi walk this path in joy. Their hearts are single, their minds steady and clear as flame. My friends, there's no inner conflict. There's no double thinking. We're not divided. That's what Zoroaster means. Pure starlight. It's not divided. It's not diluted. It's not mixed. Right? We're never going between confusion of good and bad, love and hate, peace and war. We're always on that highest principle of God. We've restored God's image. Asha, the very spirit of God, the perfect creator's perfect idea, the capital T truth, the real above all that seems real. We become one with that. It's that flame, that fire of Asha. You know, Asha, it's the spirit of truth, and it's fire that burns away the lie and illusion. The only thing that will be left is truth, but you have to let that burn through you, removing all falsehood. Verse 8. Well, I got to bring this up real quick. On verse 7, it's so beautiful because it's so true. It says, the Magi make the world beautiful and fresh. Their thoughts are as spring rain to the soil. My friends, our thoughts are so powerful. You know, a lot of people, they think they're being attacked by evil spirits or there's just dark energy. A lot of times it's just someone having a negative thought about them. Even it can be a friend or family member, right? And just people thinking evil. Thoughts are tangible. They manifest. And that's why the Magi, we look at people and we see the God inside of them, the good inside of them, that divine spark. We envision the world as it truly is. It's our eyes, my friends. You're going to learn about seeing and the powerful magic of the way we view others and view the earth and view ourselves and view God. Verse 8, from the realm within, right? This all takes place inside of you. It's inward mastery. They tend the fire of wisdom. They speak no curse. Get this, for they see all things in Asha, in truth, and by their seeing, they heal the earth. Do you get this? This is the reason we have so many testimonies of people healed, because we see them healed. We see the earth is the only thing that could come from a good creator's good mind, good. We see protection and provision and love and truth. And we realize the lie isn't real. Which gets us to the next verse. You're going to see this in verse 9. That there is no battle. It's a non-contest. Truth doesn't fight lies. It reveals them as nothing. Verse 9 says, know then, the lie cannot stand before Asha. When truth appears, the shadow shatters, right? Truth doesn't struggle. It dissolves illusion by presence, by just being there, right? If you have darkness and light and you bring them together, guess who wins? Light, because darkness is just the absence of light. You bring them together and the darkness just keeps going away, right? You bring darkness towards light and it just starts to dissolve. My friends, light, the fire, that's substance. That's what's real. The rest is lie and illusion. Most people live their lives in the shadows. I could go deeper into that, but I want to keep going. This is too good. All deceit dissolves like mist before the morning. Verse 10, to those who walk in the good mind, again, vohu mana, the Christ mind, that place where you and God are one. It's that union. You are God. You are the love. You are the peace. You are the joy, right? You're not even trying to be good at this point. It's just your nature, right? You restored God's image. You no longer see him like the world religions taught you, that he loves and hate, peace and war, could heal you or send disease. You restored his image to the highest principle of good. You become one with that union. And now you're living from that place. And you realize that this promised abode, this heaven on earth, it's not a distant reward. It's a state of being that you enter by alignment, attunement, oneness, union. The shining realm within and without, right? It starts here. You get spiritually aligned. The world mirrors it. Where all that is real, capital R real, by the way, abides. And I love this. And love is the law that governs. Love as a law, right? It's not just an emotion here. It's an organizing principle of reality itself. And when I talk about reality, there are realities that people live in, right? Hell's on earth with war and hate and anger and greed, these low frequencies. And it is a reality, but it's not the real above all real. it's not the capital R will, the capital T truth. It's not Asha, the perfect creator's perfect idea. The only thing that could come from his perfect mind. I repeat a lot of these things because I want them to stick with you, my friends, because that's going to give you a reason to have faith. Instead of hoping or begging or trying to cut a deal when you pray, my reason is to believe the only thing that could come from a good creator's good mind is good, is Asha. I love that. Alignment with Asha places you in a reality governed by love. And isn't that what we all want? Verse 11. This talks about that law of being we're talking about, and that the only prayer that is answered is the prayer you become. Verse 11 says, and those who dwell in righteousness, Asha, enjoy radiant happiness forever, for they have chosen the right. And guys, Song 3, all about choice, right? You have a choice. And that's why we choose Asha. We choose good. We choose the all good spirit to be in union with that, to take that spirit into us. And then I love this. We become its living song, the joy of Asha made flesh. Right? You don't just follow this truth. You become its expression. The end path of this, its embodiment. So let's do a quick recap. Verse 7. You walk in joy. Verse 8, you master the inner world. Verse 9, you understand truth dissolves illusion. Verse 10, you live in the good realm. Verse 11, you become the living expression of Asha. And you start to realize, again, you don't receive what you want. You can't beg a deity in the sky for it. You can't cut deals. You will experience what you're aligned with, in tune with resonance. Right? And so that's the difference from how most people pray. They hope, they think, wouldn't that be nice? But they have no true reason to believe it's going to be any different when they pray this time. Then you have that realization. I'm the point of change. I'm going to be mindful. What energy am I really? You might be calling yourself a good Zoroastrian or Christian or Jew or Muslim. But what energy am I holding? Am I holding love or hate? Am I holding both? Maybe like a lot of their gods are both, right? They can love and hate. They can be a peace or a war. That's that conflict that'll be going on inside of you, your nervous system. It'll always be confusing. That's what I love about Zoroastrianism. Everything in our book is just good, right? If you ever heard a voice like you see in some of the other books that said, hey, sacrifice your son, out of obedience to me, you'd be all, nope, that ain't God, that ain't good, right? It's just a knowing. It's a complete separation. Our God would never do that. There's no confusion. Well, maybe he's asking this time. No, never. If you heard a voice, or maybe a general said, go in and kill the men, women, and children and bring back the spoils. Hey, you can keep little women, children, sex slaves. Nope. It's no question. It's so simple. It's so reasonable. It's so good, my friends, because it's the highest principle of good, which God really is. That's what I love about Zoroastrianism. If you're brand new to this, please check it out more. It's good. Could you imagine the whole world living from this? My friends, it's heaven on earth. It's the real world, the true world, the good world. The only thing that can come from a good creator's good mind. And you step right into it. You'll see all that lie and illusion, all that trouble and strife and suffering, it would just go away. All the suffering we have brought on as a collective consciousness ourselves, and it kind of started when they started adding attributes to God that aren't his, right? Angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, children, send his own children to hell, repented that he even made man, right? Drowned them all, Anyway, I have so many stories, but I think that's good for today. Plenty to chew on. And all the Magi said, Asha is, and I love, love, love you.